Welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simply. My name is Eric. I'll be taking you through this topic, squares and square roots. And for this lesson, we are going to just go through revision questions on the topic squares and square roots. So we are going to focus majorly on questions that are commonly tested by NEC in KCSE examinations. And of course, at the end of the lesson, we're going to give you some assignments to help you practice and just to help you gauge on your understanding of the concepts as discussed through this lesson. So we have a first example here whereby you are supposed to be evaluating this without using mathematical tables or a calculator. So we want to see how do you go about it. See. So what you do is first you remove the fractions. So you count the number of decimal places in then you use the highest number of decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll use that one. I'll multiply by 10,000 to help me remove the decimal places there. So because I've multiplied the numerator by 10,000, I must also multiply the denominator here by 10,000. So all the zeros here will be used to remove the decimal places there. I'll only use 2 zeros to remove these 2 decimal places. So that means I have now the square root of 64 by 9 divided by 625, 625, and then you multiply by 100. So what I'll do is I'll try to express each of these numbers as a product of their prime factors in power form. So if you start with 64, for example, that is 232, 2 goes into 32, 16, 2 goes into 16, 8 times, 2 goes into 8, 4 times, and 2 goes into 4, 2 times. So I'm just going to multiply these numbers. You see. Then you move to 9, 3, 3. So you'll multiply these. Then you move to 625. So we have 5 going there, 125. 5 going there 25 times, and 5 going into 25 5 times. So I'll multiply these ones. So this one is a different number altogether here. Then finally you have 100. So 2 goes there 50 times, 2 goes there 25 times. So 25 times, 5 goes there 5 times. So I'll just multiply these numbers. So it means then I'm going to have the square root of 64, which is 2 power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 power 6 multiplied by 3 power 2 divided by 5 power 4. So what you do here is just to, let me finish it here, is to divide each of the powers by 2. So I'll get 2 power 3 by 3 power 1 divided by 5 power 2. So what I have is 8 times 3 divided by 25, which is 24 divided by 25. So you can decide to leave the answer in that form, in fraction form, or you can decide to still try and convert it back to decimal by using long division method. Either can be accepted. We have the second example here where you are supposed to evaluate this, leaving your answers in index form. So the numerator part is squared, the denominator is square root. So I'm still going to express both numbers as a product of their prime factors in power form. Numerator here, I'm going to multiply the powers by 2 because it is square. Denominator, I'm going to divide the powers by 2 because it is a square root. So let's see. So let me start with 5148. So I have 2 going there 2 times. 5, 7, 4. 2, 1, 2. Remainder 1, 17, 8. Remainder 1, 7. Is this now divisible by 2? No. Divisible by 3. Let's add the digits. So 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 8 is 11 plus 7 is 18, so that is divisible by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. 8 divided by 3 is 2 because of 6, and 27 divided by 3 is 9. You can still try and divide by 3. So 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. So 15 is a multiple of 3. So that is still divisible by 3. 4 here divided by 3 is 1 because of 3 remainder 1. 12, 4. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. Still try and divide this by 3. Add the digits. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8 is not a multiple of 3. So that is not divisible by 3. So let's try 11. 11, you add 1 to 3 is 4. You subtract from 4 is 0. So that is divisible by 11. So 11 goes into 14 ones because of 11 remainder 3. And remainder 3. So 33 divided by 11 is 3. So of course this is 13. So 13 divides 13 once. So we'll just multiply that. So let me move to the next number, which is 6084. So 6084, we still start with the 2. So 3042, 21521, not divisible by 2. Try 3 now. So 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So 9 is divisible by 3, so the number is divisible by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. 2 divided by 3, not possible, 0. 21, 7. Try add the digits again. 5 plus 0 is 5, plus 7 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3, so the number is divisible by 3. 5 divided by 3 is 1, because of 3 remainder 2. 20 divided by 3 is 6, because of 18 remainder 2. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Still try if this is divisible by 3. So 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. So 16 is not a multiple of 3, so that is not divisible by 3. So can you try 13? So 13 goes into 16 once. Because of 13, remainder 3, 39 divided by 13 is 3. So again, 13 divided by 3 is once. Okay, so you can substitute them back. So this one is 2 power 2 here. You're starting 5148 is 2 power 2. You multiply 2 by 2, that is 2 power 2. So we are having the square root of, not square root, but square of 2 power 2 multiplied by 3 power 2, and then multiplied by 11 power 1, and then multiplied by 13 power 1. This is squared and then divided by the square root of. So where there is square, we are going to multiply the powers by 2, but where there is square root, we're going to divide the powers by 2. So this is again 2 power 2 here, down here, 3 power 2, and then 13 power 2. So where we square the number, we multiply the powers by 2. So we're going to get 2 power 4, and then 3 power 4 again, and then 11 power 2, and then 13 power 2. Down here, we're going to divide the powers by 2 so that we get 2 power 1, 3 power 1, and 13 power 1. So I'll try to use long division, like try to break them down, like 2 power 4 is 2 by 2 by 2. Again, 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, 11 by 11, and 13 by 13, divided by 2 power 1, 3 power 1, and 13 power 1. So what is going to happen is that we're going to try and cancel out, like 13 cancels that 13, 3 cancels 3, 2 cancels 2. Then you have the answer as now the remaining numbers, which is 2 power 1, 2, 3. So that is 2 power 3. Remember, you're supposed to leave the answer in power form. So our final answer, let me write it here, is going to be equal to 2 power 3 multiplied by 3 power 1 2, 3. So 3 power 3, 3 power 3, and then multiplied by 11 power 2, and then of course 13 power 1. So that becomes the final answer to our working. So let's move to the last one. We'll do the same thing. We'll just remove the decimal. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you multiply by 1 million here. You do the same thing here. So multiply by 1 million. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the 5 will be used to remove all the decimals. The 6 will be used to remove the decimals up there. So we just have, let me write it here. So we just have the square root of 625 multiplied by 256 divided by 25 by 8 by 5. So we are going to do the same thing that we did in the previous example. We just express the numbers as a product of their prime factors in power form. So let me start with 256 here. So 2 there, 1, 2, 8, 2 there, 64, 2 there, 32, 2 into 32 are 16 times, 2 into 16, 8, 2 into 8, 4, and 2 into 4, 2, and finally 2 into 2, 1. So we have all of them 2's. 8 is already expressed. So we move to 625. So 5, 125. 5 goes into 125 5 times, and 5 goes into 25, 25 5 times. So now you are able to express the square root of these numbers. So we start with 625, which is 5 power 4, as you can see. And then we move to 256. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 power 8. 2 power 8. And then that is done. So there is 10 that we omitted here. You need to add it there. So this is divided by, down here we have 25, which is 5 power 2. And then we have 8, which is 2 power 3. And then now we have a 5. And then we have 10, which is again 2 by 5. So what you'll do again now, you see now the powers here are not even. So you'll try and add them, like there is another 2 here. So we'll make these 2 here to be power 4. So we have 5 power 4 times 2 power 8 divided by 5 raised to power 2 times 2 power 4 times, we have this 5 and that 5 will be 5 power 2. So you divide all the powers by 2. So we start with 5 power 2 there, multiplied by 2 power 4 divided by 5 power 1, and then 2 power 4, 2 power 2, because you have to divide the power here by 2, and then finally 5 power 1. So this 5 and this 5, you can combine them so that we have 5 power 2 by 2 power 4 divided by 5 power 2 and 2 power 2. So this 5 power 2 and 5 power 2 can cancel out. And finally, you have 2 power 4 divided by 2 power 2. So that is again going to be 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. That is 2 power 4 and then 2 by 2. So 2 can cancel 2 can cancel 2. And the answer is finally 2 by 2, which is 4. So that is basically how you go about it. That is what you need to do to help you arrive at the required answer. So we have a few questions here to help you practice. You can always attempt, post the response in the comment section. We'll be able to look at them and give feedback accordingly. Otherwise, that marks the end of the lesson. Until next time, goodbye.